Ninja exits the fall turn and wins down under in the Australian Grand Prix. What a fantastic clinical performance from Swift Ninja, wins his 18th Grand Prix of his career. His second win in free races, San Francisco. And he exits the ball turn and he wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, and that's his 19th win of the season. That comes Sancho Ninja to take his forward 20th Grand Prix win in his 46th Grand Prix start. Wow. Incredible start turn, and Sancho Ninja going to take his 21st Grand Prix win of his career. Sunship Ninja wins the Dutch Grand Prix. What a win!
Welcome along to the Italian Grand Prix. And yes, the championship can be decided here tonight in Italy, which I think will be the first time ever The championship has been decided on Italian grounds, potentially, maybe. I do not know. However, let's go on with this, and it's restricted to qualifying already. They're very much on form tonight. It's the fastest race on the calendar, and also it's the fastest time that we've ever started Grand Prix as well. Goodness me! Right, drivers and the constructors. Sam Swift Ninja 91 points said if the gap is over 104 points and over, the championship is done. Menace and Immortal, can they stop that here tonight? And Toy Coin was also a Toy Coin and Percy potentially can as well. But my goodness me, Sam Swift is on the verge of greatness tonight. Then I am very quiet apparently. Oh dear, that's never a good sign, is it? I've had a I've had an update today, so on the old Streamlabs. So hopefully that will be better. Oh, I didn't. I had my headset over my head. That would probably be the reason why. Goodness me. Right. Anyway, carry on. Menace, Max, Immortal, Toy Coin, and Percy. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Troy in sixth position. Keza in seventh. Morris is in eighth position on 51 points. 46 for Brabant. Legends on 39. Great stuff indeed. Van Von is in 11th position on 34 points. 28 for Chappers. Equals on 23. Nee Candish on 22. Knowlesy on 22 as well. Great result last time out for Knowlesy, who makes his 150th Grand Prix appearance. My goodness gracious me. And Cam should have and could have scored could have and should have scored a lot of points in the last couple of races. He's down in 16th. Along with Mumford also on 11 points as well. 10 for Coop, 4 for Markey, and 1 for Chazza, and that was from fastest lap. So Chazza has not really started very well in gold and potentially could be looking at driving in silver next season, which will be the first time in his career he will be driving full time in silver. Constructors Championship. Well, both Ferraris are not driving again here tonight, and it's basically an own goal. It's basically a gaping goal now for Kick Sauber, potentially for the first time in their career could be crowned Constructors Champions. Not tonight though, but I think it'll be very much on it in the next race, which is of course the mystery race. Ferrari is second. No points for Ferrari here tonight then, because sadly both Ferrari drivers are not racing. Actually, I'm lying. Troy is in here, so maybe Troy might be able to keep the Ferrari's hopes alive and become a two-time Constructors Champions, or three-time. I think it might be three, to be honest. Then we have got Alpine in front position on 39, 126 for Mercedes, 105 for Haas, 90 for RB, 85 for Red Bull, 56 for McLaren, 50 for Williams, and 38 for Aston Martin. Has anyone started a lap yet? Yes, Kaz Van Von has, so I got to quickly get the joint constructor sorted, and then we'll be on with the show. Kick Sauber have dominated two of the three divisions so far. They've been absolutely superb, and they're on 117 points in front of Alpine. Remember that the joint constructors was very close at the beginning, halfway through the stage season, but unfortunately since then it's been a bit of a whitewash, hasn't it? Alpine second, then third is Red Bull on 426, 418 then for the Aston Martin. Very close though between those two teams, and McLaren 99 points away from the top four. That's I gotta say that might be the end of that for McLaren to get in the top four. Haas 3 points away from McLaren now. Ferrari then on 336, nope, 274 I should say. 258 for the Williams team. RB on 230, and I think about 5 points has been scored by me. Mercedes on 197 then, as we're on with the show. Then let me get rid of all that gumph off the screen then, and away we go. And where's Kaz Van Von then? Because I've been looking for Kaz Van Von. He's on the back straight now. Good stuff indeed then. Now let's go gold then. Sounds like you're in the back. Oh, that's better. Yeah, to be honest, I forgot I have my headset up, which isn't very good, is it? VW Chop Shop then, I think that's far, as Van Von has gone fastest on a 19-2 then to set us on our journey. I must say that Van Von, of course, wasn't very well last week, so really good stuff indeed. But this man, probably the most unluckiest driver. We said the Chappers was the most unluckiest driver last season. This season, I think it's Cam. In the last two races, remember, he was second in Spa, right up until the final stage that Kes has gone fastest. And then, of course, in Zandvoort, Percy lost the car coming out of Skyflock, and unfortunately, Cam was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Menace has gone fastest then on a 19.113 freedom, 1,000th of a second quicker than Keza at this moment in time then. Not here on board knows then making his 150th Grand Prix start tonight. And also, Percy is making his 110th Grand Prix start. Remember, that's just in gold, I remind you. 150 starts. Goodness gracious me. That's quite incredible, isn't it? I think that's the most in any league in terms of like in most of any league then. 'Cause I think Gordo's up there on 130 odd, isn't he? I think Farf is. Farf's been here, down everywhere, to be honest, hasn't he? He's even been in silver or gold, hasn't he, Farf has? As you can see, Knowlesy then, his eyes peering through the crash helmet there. Morris has gone 5th fastest at this moment in time. Coop has a super great result last time out as well for Coop, as well, trying to get himself out of the relegation zone. We've got Boxstar joining the Ferrari tonight then for Boxstar. Of course, for the Ferrari then for Boxstar hoping to get some good points, and Knowlesy goes 5th fastest. It's quite, as Legends goes 4th fastest. I think Legends has been one of my drivers of the season, personally, for me, but I think it's been fantastic. And I think that as champions are going into the first of the two Lesmos, not the other word, then Brooksy also reserving tonight for the Aston Martin team as well. As champions then a bit of switching now. 2 DRS zones around here. I think it's 27 laps around here. 27 laps around here, of course, so this race will be quite quick then, won't it? Of course, here tonight, of course, average speed is the highest, it's the highest average speed on all of the Formula 1 calendar. And of course, then, and I gotta say, I think the Soundswift Ninja, then, I think that a lot of emphasis is going to be on the Kick Sauber today, and Brooksy's gone 10 fastest. It's going to be on the Kick Sauber. Kian then is also reserving tonight as well. I forgot about Kian. Apologies, Kian. Of course, Rita, as Percy's gone fastest then on his 110th Grand Prix start tonight. Percy has an outside chance in the championship, but I feel that the gap needs to be 104 points and over tonight then for Sam Swift Ninja to be the first ever triple world champion in ALR history. Goodness me. And I would think that has to be then, that would just basically mean that Sam Swift Ninja is the most successful driver in ALR history, is the greatest in ALR history. Without a shadow of doubt, then, of course, he is on 2 championships along with Granty Boy and Emerson. I've always said that Emerson's probably been the greatest ALR champion or the greatest ALR driver in the history of this sport. But of course, the reason why that is because he had more Grand Prix wins than Granty. But now, I think that Sam Swift Ninja with 3 championships, I think that really he's a cut above the rest, isn't he? He certainly has been this season. And then Nick Candish then going at 6th fastest, as I wait for Serious Bertram to give me some jip. Across the line there comes Mumford to start his lap. Immortal then is one of 3-4 drivers who can stop Sam Swift today. But I must say, without no, I don't exclude Sam Swift Ninja, but without Sam Swift Ninja, the double world champion in here this season, I must say the championship would have been absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? No, I would join gold again. Why not then? I think that Favre at the moment has got a battle to stay in the silver. I think that we're the admins done a chat the other week actually, and I didn't realise how low down Favre was. To be honest, I'm 19-0-1-2. Then yeah, Favre I think is 17th in the championship. Though he's only 6 points above that relegation zone. Then and Favre could be driving in bronze next season. Goodness gracious me! I think the Favre is driven in bronze anyway as a reserve driver. But yeah, that would be. That would be quite a shock for me personally, because I didn't think the Favre would be in that ballpark. It's lovely stuff from Mumford. Fantastic 17. Sam Swift Ninja for Triple World Championship tonight. The Menace and Immortal will try everything to stop him here in Monza, says ALR Esports. Then absolutely, of course. As much as I'm sure that Mumford probably as well. As much as Immortal, Menace, and Percy would love to see Sam Swift become a Triple World Champion, they're not going to make it easy for him, are they? And here he is, the champion-elect potentially tonight. Then, of course, Kick Sauber, who had an incredible fight with Ferrari for most of the season, but Ferrari have fallen off, haven't they, in the last couple of races or so? Then, and of course, they didn't. None of them scored last week. Ferrari didn't, because of course the reserve drivers do not score these days in Grand Prix racing. Because I think a number of years ago, let's just say one team had a lot of reserves in. I think it was in bronze actually. I think that the Ferrari won in bronze, albeit, let's be honest about it, one of their drivers went MIA for most of the season, so that was the main reason why reserves are probably not, shouldn't be scoring for the constructors now, because it was a bit unfair, really. Out of the final turn then for Samsung Ninja then, as Kez has gone fastest on a 19, oh goodness me, that's my OCD dream there, isn't it? A 19.000. Samsung Ninja is currently fast moment. One thing that probably, like Emerson actually, there's parallels between Emerson and Samsung Ninja, and of course one of the parallels is Kaz has gone 18.8 and 7 there, has gone fastest so far, is the weakness, is it a weakness? I think it's more of a chink in the armour really rather than a weakness, isn't it? Maybe Achilles heel has certainly been the qualifying, hasn't it? With only one pole position this season for Samsung Ninja, but in terms of 11 starts, he has had 5 Grand Prix wins, which has been pretty phenomenal indeed. Then, of course, we're only on round 12. We only got a 16-round championship this season. Next season, then, when we're on F1 25, then, I know the beta has come out. Or the beta, which I think personally was driving it the other day, actually, as across the line there goes Brabham, former silver champion, just outside the top 10 at the moment. There's Buckstyle starting to find a bit of his groove here. Here's another former champion in the form of Troy A, season 8 champion for the Super Swede, and probably one of the best championships in modern ALR history. Is it modern? Well, I suppose it is if it's the ground effect here, isn't it? Across the line there comes Troy A and goes 19 fastest out for the Ferrari driver. That might ring alarm bells for Troy, because that is not ideal at all, is it, there for the Super Swede, unfortunately. There's just watching Legends there just on the back straight and going under the old banking. I forgot, what was I saying? I was saying something, but obviously it's not that important. Never mind, as Legends are drifting out there, and unfortunately has lost a lot of time and Buckstyle and throwing the car into the Ascara chicane. That Ascara chicane is brilliant, but of course you can get it wrong at the exits. We've seen a lot of crashes there over the years, and also sadly a lot of heartbreak as well if you're a David Coulthard fan, as of course on his formation lap, and I think it was his first pole position of his career in F1 potentially, or maybe a second. But yeah, Coulthard has sadly binned it on the formation lap there in the 1995 Italian Grand Prix. It was a horror show for Williams that day as well, because then on the, I think it was red flag, so Coulthard had a second chance of going for pole position, or starting from pole position, and unfortunately a wheel bearing failure finished him off at the second chicane, and the Dudley Rogers chicane I think it was, then as Knowlesy into 11th position and displaces Brabham by a few hundredths of a second. Here's Morris, who we haven't seen for the last couple of weeks. It's so great to see him back in then. Don't fool yourself, on the best driver in ALR. Happy evening all, happy Mother's Day as well. Absolutely, of course, I hope you've all treated your mothers to some lovely chocolate and flowers and all that kind of stuff as well. And hopefully you've all made your mothers some Sunday lunch as well. As Morris sent into the Dudley Rogers chicane now. As all taking a bit too much grass on the outside then. Yes, happy Mother's Day to everyone then, and of course they're very important now. Treat your mothers with the love and affection, all that stuff. R&D zero pace then this whole season. Masturbators. Oh gosh, I read that out and I should have done. Oh dear. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I must say, I'm not going to get too excited about the game, because I always do every year, and sadly I always get disappointed then. Sounds like a lot of things in life, to be honest. As we've got Morrison coming down the back straight into the Parabolica, or the Michele Alboreto curve, as it's been known, it's been called in recent years. Brooksy moves himself up into 16th position, and just behind the man we're watching now, which is Morris, who is almost out of hers, but that's a good improvement. He is up into, my goodness me, Chaffers is on pole position there for the Italian Grand Prix. Remember a couple of years ago in Season 8, where it was Mr. Raging Bull who took pole position there. Really a very incredible lap indeed. Is Chaffers going to make a history of his own then? Because Percy went quickest, and then followed by that, it was then Chaffers, and Immortal's got second fastest. He's 700 of a second away at the moment. 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session, but it is Chaffers on pole position. Incredible stuff indeed. Cheers, Mushroom. Copy and paste, I'm guessing, then from the F1 game. The only thing I would say about that, Mushroom, is that because it's not on PlayStation 4 this year, or the other dark side, of course, the Xbox, then surely they'll get rid of a lot of the legacy bugs and all that kind of stuff there. Still some time left then, says Farf. So Farf is trying to keep me in my box. and trying to calm me down. But what a lap from Chappers. Chappers has never been on pole position in his ALR gold career, and goodness me, he has really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't he? Here's Kesselden down the back straight as well. As Chappers, you sweat. It says serious pressure. Absolutely. So if I'm on pole position on Tuesday, then you can all call me sweat. So I'm usually sweating at the end of qualifying anyway, but that's because I'm a man who perspirates a lot then. I don't know. Just because I got more sweat glands, which also actually men do have more sweat glands than women. I did not know that until last night on TikTok. Men's haircut is just on an outlet. Then here's Mumford, then currently bottom of the timesheet so far. That's not what Mumford wants, to be honest. As of course, the runner-up in last season's Silver Championship. Mumford there, of course. Well, I'm quite surprised by Mumford, to be honest, because I thought that Mumford would really do well this season in gold. But it's a little bit like Delando. As you can see, the car very unstable coming out of the first chicane there. It's a bit like Delando last season, because I thought that Delando would be midfield, maybe top 10, and I thought that Mumford would be the same then. Out of the Kerber Grande there, of course, I love that name. Mumford, but it's like Delando, where Mumford and Delando, two drivers that haven't really. I feel that there's more pace there out of both those drivers. Delando's shown it this season, and I feel that Mumford maybe I'm not sure, but I feel that Mumford hasn't been able to extract the most out of this Haas car. And I think it's just maybe it's the characteristics of the American-based team potentially. Let go, Champerstead. Thanks for that, Dr. Sean. No worries. I'm here until Tuesday. And then of course I have some breaks. Of course. Oh, Mumford's invalidated. That's not ideal. We're going to come back to Mumford in a minute. Cam all the way down in 18th position for Cam. I must say, as I said, he was the most unluckiest driver in the last two races there. And Cam possibly could and should be a lot higher in the championship with some brilliant performances. Of course, at the moment now, him and his team and his championship leading teammate, they're on the cusp of becoming constructors champions for the first time. Of course, I don't think Sauber very big constructors champions they are, but remember, Sauber only had one season before they was morphed into the Alfa Romeo. But Cam goes 13 fast. I think you'd be happy with that. I would certainly be happy with that. But of course, I'm not Cam. If I was Cam and I had that position, I'll be jumping from settee to window, whatever I am in here. Then out to the first Daniel Roger chicane into the first Lesbo outfit. Here is the one of two drivers that is certainly going to be on the Trofosi's minds this weekend, because they want to see a Ferrari Grand Prix win. And we have had Ferrari win 3 races this season, haven't we? Then, of course, with Toy Coin with 1 and Troy with 2 Grand Prix wins. And I must say that it's been more about the consistency of Sam Swift Ninja rather than anything else this season. Sam Swift Ninja has had, I think, the out-and-out pace there, but it's the lack of consistency from his championship rivals. As I said, Troy with 2 Grand Prix wins this season. Percy won 2 in a row as well. But then they've all fallen off the cliff, haven't they? 34 seconds ago in this qualifying session, Boxstyle into a superb 7th position. It's great to see Boxstyle getting himself back into where he belongs. Because I feel that Boxstyle possibly is one driver similar to one Pablo Montoya, I feel, in the real Grand Prix scene. It should have and could have. Sam Swift is invalidating, and he's down in 6th position, Sam Swift is. And so that's not an ideal start then. And that's not ideal for me then, because as Kaz Van Von has gone 5th fastest. Nick Candish is starting his lap now. Troy is invalidated, but it's in 10th position there. Where is Legend then? Legend is 11th for the moment. What about Kian? Kian there starting his lap now. Of course, a lot of you eagle-eyed drivers will be wondering why Kian's race tonight. Then, of course, Kian is not officially a bronze driver at the moment. We'll talk about that in just a jiffy. Out the far turn there from Bravitt. Bravitt goes into 9th fastest. That's a quality lap there from Bravitt. What about that Aston Martin? I'm looking for an Aston Martin. I'm looking for Brooksy. Brooksy, of course, with the plain white helmet goes 14th. That's a statement of intent there from Brooksy. Great stuff indeed. Here comes Morrison, and he's got a bit of slipstream for his teammate there. Morris jumps his teammate and goes into 11th fastest there. But Morris is quite Morris is, of course, would like to probably be a bit higher than that. Cooper's got into 12th, but these times are tumbling like a fruit machine out here tonight. Incredible stuff indeed. Kez has abandoned his time, and he's come into the garage. And well, but Percy's on pole position then for the Italian Grand Prix. And Chavez has abandoned his time, but he's on the front row. As Nick Candice has gone into 6th fastest. What that Alpine? It's Immortal. He's only 3rd fastest there. I'm usually expecting more to jump higher up. The Menace has invalidated his time then. Oh my goodness gracious me. What about Troy? Troy's invalidated as well. It is Lucas Percy, pole position. And that's his first pole position of the season for Lucas Percy. And has robbed the Chapper fans, the Chapper Knights said, of potentially celebrating their first pole position of Chapper's career. So that is heartbreak for Chappers. But from Percy's fan point of view, they ain't gonna care because it's pole position number 17 of his career in 110 Grand Prix starts there. Fantastic stuff for Lucas Percy, pole position there. Sam Swift Ninja, potential triple world champion there, down in 7th position there. But of course, grid positions for Sam Swift Ninja is not really a factor, is it? Incredible stuff indeed. Legends for a late charge, says Jamie69. Candy, it's gold, Sean. Have I? Oh no! Have I not put gold again? Then I'm sure I put gold on the title this season. But anyway, yes. So Kian then is 12th then on the grid then with Percy pole position by 8200 a second from Immortal 900 a second away then. But what I was saying then about Kian then, Kian at the moment is not a silver driver because he's had a couple of connection issues then. But we are seeing how it goes then, of course. And so Kian is hoping to get back in that title fight in silver because at the moment, if Kian in there, I think it's a 4-way fight for the Silver Championship, which is good stuff indeed. Graham from Chappers, yeah. To be honest, I think that he gets Chappers gets Cirrus Mushroom Star of Qualifying, and which is really good stuff indeed. And I'd love to have that. Wee finally a podium, says Lucas Percy. Which is awesome stuff indeed there. No, of course, nothing against Lucas Percy. I would love to have seen Chappers get pole position there because that would give me Mr. Rage vibes and from season 8 where Mr. Rage took pole position in that Haas, I think it was, in incredible circumstances as well. No, you said it's not a full-time driver, Kian. No, he's not. He's silver. He's not a silver full-time driver at the moment. Kian isn't. Kian trying to hoping to get back in that, but at the moment some issues with connections and all that kind of stuff for Kian. But personally, I want to see Kian in there because I want to see more the merrier. Personally, for the championship fight in silver, the championship fight in gold. Everyone's on hard, medium tires apart from Van Vonden, so that was easy, wasn't it? I like that. Of course, I like Zandvoort last week, where I think we had like all kinds of strategy calls, didn't we, out there? So Percy pole position then for the 17th time of his career. 110th start tonight for Lucas Percy. Great stuff indeed. Chappers, his best qualifying performance in his career, and he could have had pole position there. Goodness gracious me, but that Williams car looking pretty phenomenal. And Chappers hoping to get a big score tonight. Immortal and Menace are third and fourth position. Two drivers that can stop the championship from being won today. Of course, to be honest, I think that Sam Swift Ninja needs to outscore Menace by 14 points then, or 13 points or something like that, and of course in the Immortal needs to finish second or above if of course Sam Swift Ninja wins the race there. Menace in fourth position there. Van Vaughn is in fifth. Sixth is Nick Cavendish then. Seventh position is Sam Swift Ninja. Eighth is Box Tau. Ninth is Keza. 10th is Brabbit. Morris in 11th position. Kian in 12th position there. And I must say that I'd love to see Kian in a full-time seat in gold then, because look at that, he's in the midfield right from the get-go, and his qualifying has been the best this season. Knowlesy in third position. A happy 150th there to Alexander Knowlesy. Great stuff indeed there. 14th is Coop as in Soup with Legends in 15th position. Troy down in 16th. Just hasn't had the pace, has he, since he stepped in that Ferrari this weekend. 17th position is Brooksy. Cam down in 18th position there for Cam. Then Cam is disappointed with that, I'm sure. But Qualls in 19th position, and Mumford brings up the rear in 20th position. It's a Haas first and last, and they really bookend the field then. You can never take pole in the Haas, says Cirrus Russia. Unless you're Kevin Magnussen, of course. Which also one of my favourite qualifying sessions. That is the one and only time that I quite like the sprint format. To be fair, I don't want the sprint format, but I'm a traditionalist. I don't like change in my life. of course, there, as Joyce, I'll just eat ham sandwiches all day if I could, but sadly that's not very good for the old belly. Right, let's get started then with the Grand Prix itself. So we got 27 laps around here, and this is going to be fantastic. The lights are on there. Of course, this is the Temple of Speed. This is Monza. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's go, 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 as of course there's a long run down into turn one. And Sam Swift Ninja's already passed one car. Lee Candice had a horror show for starting. He's dropped down 4 positions there. He is not reacting to the lights at all. Sam Swift Ninja getting squeezed out there as we go into turn one. And Sam Swift Ninja's already at 2 positions there. From the initial launch alone. As they all got away safe and sound, that yes, they have it. And Brooksy down 3 positions there. But Lucas Purse had the perfect start. Champers dropping down 4 positions. I wonder if he was a bit, just of course, taking it caution into the first chicane and coming into the Daniel Rogers chicane for the first time. Southside Ninja currently up into fifth position mode. As it stands, that is not enough to win the World Championship today. Van Von in 6th position, Keza in 7th, Box down 8th, Morris is up 9th position, 10th is Brabant, Nick Candish, a horror show down in 11th position. 12th position is Key, and then it's status quo. And here comes Coop then blasting past the 150 timer up into 13th position. Now there's Coop then. Knowlesy is dropping down the order. I think the Knowlesy's got issues, has he? Alexander is in trouble. Oh no, he's lost the end plate there. That's not how you want to start your 150th start. Purse on 110 then. Of course, he's only 40 away from Knowlesy. Down into the parabolica and accelerates away then to cover to complete lap 1 then out of the Bicani Alvaretto turn. Lap 1 completed. The gap is already 7/10 of a second so far. Sam Swift Ninja is flying at the moment. On board now with the world champion and the double world champion. Can he become a triple world champion? He flies past the Chappers and up into 4th position now. Knowlesy in the pits, so that's a shame for Knowlesy then, as had a really good race last time out, and Chappers up into 5th position as well then, so looks like Chappers is going to be the only Williams driver then challenging for points, and unless there's a safety car later on this race. On board with the, is it the surprise front row starter? Maybe. He doesn't look a day over 145, says Sarah's motion then. Alexander, but sadly for Knowlesy, he is going to be frustrated in the pits and already after lap 1, and it's going to be a long slog now for Knowles. Then it's the medium to the hard tyres, I presume, in this race. Out of the second Lesmo, and you can see that Percy leads then. Percy, of course, having those 2 double wins then earlier on in this season then, but sadly it's just been a case of lack of consistency for Percy. Remember, Percy was an absolute machine in his championship winning season back in season 9. Then look at that, then look at them, they're threading the eye of the needle under. There's a coming down into the parabolica for the second time in this race. I love it. And here comes Menace. He's having a sniff, but nothing more than that. Then who's that? Then that's a box of the inside contact between the 2 cars. As I think the Kenzer's not going to be too happy with that then, and potentially he has lost out. He has lost out then to Morris as well, because here comes Morris, but Bogstown is not going to have any of it then. He's trying to race back in front of the RP, but that's not the case so far. And we got DRS, and look at this, and going in someone who's out. That's Percy scampering off the circuit as he's going to have to go through the polystyrene, and it's going to be a mortal take of the lead then, as Percy's got a 3-second penalty, even though I think he slowed down enough, and he lost more in the game there. He might have to see if he might have to see if he can get that rescinded there potentially. Yeah, but 3-second penalties are much more difficult to overturn them. But that was very harsh there, I feel, as Percy did lose more in the game then. Sam Swift Ninja is now in 3rd position then. What are championship permutations then? So basically, Sam Swift Ninja needs to outscore Menace by 14 points then, and Immortal by 18 points then. So it needs to be a big old it needs to be a big old points change in this race. But that certainly can happen then. It's going to be a long DRS slog, I think, for most of this race. So you need to stay in the DRS as well. Oh no! Cam is in the wall. He's gone into the tires at the exit of Ascari. I think that Cam is just going frustrated with that one as he is trying to get the car sorted. I hope he knows where he's going there, because I hope he ain't stuck. He's just about, because these ground effects cars had a very difficult. Samsung Ninja has taken the lead after 4 laps then. He is not in championship winning position though, is he? Samsung Ninja though leads the Grand Prix. 2nd position is Menace with Immortal in 3rd position there. Kaz Van Von in 4th position now. But now Sam Swift has gone from 7th position on the grid and is now up into, and Cam is out of the race there, and that's going to be a VSC then as we're on board in Knowlesy, because what's happened there to Cam? on the outside. Charles Leclerc crashed there a couple of years ago, as we got some darting around there, which is not really allowed in the VSC, of course, as it's meant to neutralise the race. Well, Jinder got his 3 seconds taken off to steal my win. I'm not bitter or anything, says Serious Mushroom. Goodness me. Indeed. So, 3-second penalties can be taken off then, but of course you need to prove it in the race director, of course. VSC is out at the moment, so Knowlesy is 35 seconds back at the moment, and as you can see there, we've got a lot of movers and shakers so far in this Grand Prix. The hard shot Van Von doing a good job in that Aston Martin is Van Von. As we come down the back straight, and VSC is out at the moment. Is anyone going to try and come into the pits then? Of course, you don't lose as much time when the race is neutralised like this under the VSC or the safety car. Knowlesy would love to see a safety car, to be honest, to get himself back into this one. On board with Sam Swift and Ninja at the moment, and as we're back racing, then never mind. And Van Von has had a great run as a 10-second penalty for Van Von, and he's going. He's sadly lost out. Mumford has left the session there. So as now Van Von has dropped down the order, we're going back into the front there. As Max is trying to go for the lead there, and at the moment that's a McLaren there. That's the Candice. I think that what's going on then? Oh goodness me, it's all getting hairy and scary there into the first chicane. My word, and my gosh, then, and this is Kean then fighting with Coupons and Soup. Then Bogstow is at 11 finish. Then the Candice, there's Sancho still leads the race, and look at this, it's all anarchy behind them. The McLaren up the inside, and Keza contact between the two cars. There's debris off on the front nose cones of the cars. I didn't see who it was. And Cooper's out of position, Kean's down in position. This is absolute anarchy, as that Mercedes has been forced off and onto the grass there. My word, there's a lot of argy-bargy going on in this race, isn't it? My goodness me. Ooh, gosh, incredible stuff indeed there. As just on board then, Sam Swift Ninja trying to get out of DRS range at the moment there. As just looking back at this, and Kez has dropped down in Q3 position. He's not going to be too enthralled about all the shenanigans that happen there. I'm sure that Van Von has got a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags, and that's a shame for Van Von, because he's the only driver on hard tyres who started this race. Knowlesy has swapped to the hard tyres now, and he is looking quicker than a quick thing at the moment. So we're back on board with Van Von, and so I think that we need to be looking at the top. Well, we are looking at the top 4 then, and here comes Menace going for the lead. Then he's alongside Sam Swift. He takes the lead, cuts across the world champion, and up into the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. As you can see that it's all anarchy then coming out of that chicane, as we got more. I've lost me tower there. There he is. As Troy's now got past Keza. Keza dropping down. I'm wondering if Keza. Yes, it is Keza with damage there. We've seen a part of a wing went off. Someone absolutely flew off into Narnia there, and it was Keza then's front nose cone, unfortunately. Oh, as Keza's also locking up the rear tyre, so that's not going to help him either, unfortunately. And it's just a downward spiral at the moment then, isn't it, for Keza? Back at the front then, Menace leads, and Menace only got 1 Grand Prix in so far, which I think was the Belgian Grand Prix last season, and probably could have and should have got more wins than that. Then on board of Kaz, who's down in, as Kez is dropping down, unfortunately. I think that Kez is going to, I wonder if he'll be able to go into the pits now and stretch the second stint to be quite a long second stint, and potentially. Kaz said, I don't know what to say. Demolition incoming, and all sense of confidence gone. I'm sorry that. Too early to pit, too early for pit, said. It's all kicking off now. 10-second is game over here then, without another safety car, and sadly that is so that might be Van, and that is serious rush talk about Van Von. So Van Von will be open for a safety car here, because the reason why Mercedes says that's Sam Swift there retakes the lead into turn 1 there. We've also got Nick Candish also swapping positions. My goodness gracious me, gentlemen. As coming out, is that McLaren? Brabant is now past Nick Candish, but unfortunately they're out of DRS range at the moment, so they're going to have to try and get themselves back in. Sadly, Chappers, who had a great front row start, is down in 9th position there. Unfortunately, this is going to be a long, hard slog in this race. Serious Mushroom said the reason why Mushroom is saying that down in the gantry is because if you get a 10-second penalty here, it's very difficult to break the DRS, isn't it? You can see a couple of cars are out of DRS, but everyone else is very much in DRS there. So just on board with Equals at the moment. He is currently 15th at the moment. Whoa, is Troy also having half spins there, coming out the second Lesbo. That's not ideal, is it? But as Sam Swift leads, and Menace in second position. Look at this helicam shot. Lovely stuff indeed. As we're chasing the top 6 now. And Morris is flying through the field. He's now been in 6th position. That'll be a de facto 4th out then, with penalties all done and adjusted. That's an incredible start for Morris, and whilst I've been waffling on, and that's a great start for the RB driver. Across the line then to complete lap 8 out of 27 here then. Now Sam Swift Ninja that is trying to break the toe. He almost did, but now he's back in DRS, and here comes Immortal, and the Candice has got back past Brabbit very early on in the straight. Goodness me, he must be quicker than a quick thing down there. And now we got Brabbit, Chappers, and Coop also up to 11th position as well. Great stuff indeed. Keza has got damage there, and he's trying to hold it off. Mumford is not in the session at the moment, and unfortunately Mumford's been cut off from the back of the field, and hopefully Mumford can get back in pronto here. Out of the first of the 2 Dudley Rogers chicanes then, and going into the first of the 2 Lesmos then. There's only 1 Dudley Rogers chicane. It's like, goodness gracious, sort your life out. Look at that, and Nick Candish is almost back in DRS then, because the more they fight in front, the easier it is then for the second Red Bull driver to sneak back in there. Nick Candish there, who got a great, who of course got 8 points in Belgium there, sadly retired last time out, but Nick Candish there, more points than the barrier, which obviously everybody's thinking that, wouldn't they? As now Box Styles through then, as getting past Chappers, dropping down his 10th position now, sadly for Chappers then. It has been a bit of, it's sadly been just dropping down like a stone, Chappers has. I think he was very cautious off the line, that was Chappers there, but who can blame him now with a great start, a great front row start there for Chappers, but he's down in 10th position now, unfortunately, and goodness me, I've just splunked all over my phone. Not ideal. Here comes Menace, and Menace is now going to take the lead then in the Italian Grand Prix course. We're going to be expecting this every lap then. It is going to be punch and counter punch then going down into turn 1, as we got Coop through and on to 10th position. Legend has got past Keza as well, and Keza of course without an end plate there. It didn't hinder Charles Leclerc, did it, last week in the Chinese Grand Prix. However, unfortunately then of course it will probably be more painful here tonight then. On board now with Sam Swift Ninja. Currently as it stands in, the championship will not be won. He's off the circuit there. It's Sam Swift Ninja, and look at that then, and unfortunately that loss of momentum has cost Sam Swift Ninja DRS, and it's also now cost Immortal that 3rd position, because Kaz Van Von is now for the 3rd. Oh my goodness me, he's back in DRS there, but Menace I wonder if he's going to try and use a bit more battery now, a bit more battery deployment to try and sneak out the DRS. Well, he's not, because he's now lost another 0.2 of a second there, as Immortal is defended from Lucas Percy there, going into the Ascari chicane. Good heavens above. Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. Of course, this is a fast and frantic one then. Immortal needs to use his cloaking device, a serious mushroom. And Immortal, sadly, even if he has used that cloaking device, unfortunately, Percy knew exactly where he was and is taken 4th position now. Here comes Van Von then, who's driving superbly well, but that 10-second penalty is going to absolutely be painful. Immortal's lost 2 positions on this lap, and now up into... No, not quite, as they go into the first chicane. Van Von is fighting with the world champion here, isn't he? And into the pits comes Legend Bogstar and Keza all in, then swerving from the mediums to the hard tires. I have no doubt about that. On board now with Van Von, then, and he is through. He passes Sam Swift. Is Sam Swift struggling out there at the moment? He looks like he's struggling. Van Von is now up into 2nd position. Sam Swift is down into 3rd. What can Lucas Percy do? On board now with the world champion from season 9. Of course, the last world champion before Sam Swift Ninja. My word. And now going through the second Les Rose again. And Menace once again was momentarily out of that DRS range. Look at the Candice. She's absolutely flying out there, isn't he? There, goodness me. The gap was 1.2 seconds there when we last checked in. And now he's in 2nd position. Brabbit has also been on the back of this crocodile as well. Chapper's trying to get through him. No, not quite then, as Coop has retained that position there. So Box Style, Legends and Kez are all in the pits. And how powerful is the undercut around here? Well, I'm not sure if it'd be too powerful, to be honest, because tyre wear around here is not a problem, I don't think. And Menace into the pits there. Of course, remember, talking about 10-second penalties, the driver's got to be careful into the pit lane here. I got a cough. Yes, the penalty situation around there, of course, you've got to be careful with going into the pits. If you come into the pits full steam, you get a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It used to be a 10-second stop and go back in yesteryear. However, the stewards is not as harsh as what they used to be. Menace coming out of the pits now then. So Menace is coming in the pits early on then. Morrison is now in ninth finish there. Chappers looks like he's had a very slow stop there, hasn't he? There. I'm wondering if they've had to change the nose cone. And goodness me, Mumford is still not in this race, sadly. And Boxtel is down back into 10th position there. And Chappers there is fending off Legends there. He's been in the pits, as has Keza as well. And now all of a sudden, Legends is all over the gearboxes. Chappers there, unfortunately, is having a bit of a difficult race today. He's lost a lot of positions there. Here comes Sam Swift Ninja there. He wants to take the lead here. Is he going to go for it in Ascari? No, not quite. Immortal's now 1.5 seconds back now. Is Immortal, unfortunately. So I think Immortal's now been cut off from these top tier, and that is crucial in this race. Lap 11 out of 27 here. So Menace is the highest runner who has pitted that. The top 7 have not pitted yet. Love that camera shot out of the McKinney Amaretto curve. Fantastic indeed. As Van Von then really dummied me there, because I thought he was coming in the pits out. I think we have got pit stoppers behind that. It is Immortal, Nee Candish and Brabin into the pits out. And all Coops in the pits as well as Samson Ninja takes the lead there. That is going to be a horror show for the McLaren team. Look, because here's Coop then. And the McLaren team down there are going after Q. This is awful for Coop then. And now the McLaren team have to quickly swap and go for it again then. But that is not ideal as he comes out of the pits now. Why is my controller vibrate there? Oof, my word there. Tickled my feet. Menace is up into 4th. Menace is now up into 4th, and he's about 19 seconds away from the top 2. Morris is 5th. Immortal is 6th with Nee Candish, Brabbit, and they've cut across Boxtown. Chappers is in 10th position there with 11th Legends, Keza 12th, Troy in 13th. Mumford is not in this race at the moment, but Cooper is. He's down into 14th Cooper as he's lost team positions there. So drivers have not come in the pits, and it's Mumford, but he's not in this race at the moment there. Knowlesy came in the pits earlier on, so it's just the top 3 now that haven't come in the pits. Every track has a good undercut. They have to react, says Mushroom. So Mushroom is telling them to react here. So Sirius Mushroom feels that the top 3 need to come into the pits now. Maybe even a couple of laps, maybe even a lap ago actually, because Sirius Mushroom now feels that there's the back rows Equals. That is not the danger man, I don't think, at the moment. There's sadly for Equals, but he will be later on. Then Samsung Ninja does come into the pits, and here is the potential triple world champion, the champion-elect there potentially. It's 5 Grand Prix wins in the 11 races so far this season. Into the pits now then, and the Kick Salva team are on their marks then, ready to go then. Equals also in the pits as well, so Kaz Van Von then is going to use that clear track then to really put in some quick laps here. So Sam Swift Ninja out of the pits now, and so they stream past. I said Menace takes the de facto lead then, as Sam Swift then, is he going to get out in front of Morris? He will do, but I've got to say that's it's a Menace almost losing the car, and look at that is crucial then. Sam Swift Ninja is out in front of Morris, Immortal, Nee Candish, Brabbit, Boxtown. Incredible stuff once again. The Kick Salva and Sam Swift, absolutely incredible pit work, incredible strategy, and it's now in. Oh gosh, we've had issues there. What's happened there? It's Percy having issues there. I'm wondering if Percy's come to contact. So, and Brooksy also off the circuit as well, and that's Kian who's also had issues there. Unfortunately for Kian, then trying to recover, and I think he may have damage on the Mercedes. I think the Percy's also been had issues as well, sadly, because he's dropped down the order. Well, here's Van Von then, all on his lonesome here. So here's Morris, who's now in the 4th position. This will turn into 3rd position soon, because as he cuts across with Van Von, got a pit then. He's 22 seconds in front of this gaggle of cars now. Sounds something into that, and needs to get on with it then, as he is certainly going to as well. Remember that Morris was very quick in the early stage. Was it this season? Was it the United States Grand Prix last season then? Potentially there, where Morris really put the pressure on Sam Swift, didn't he? I can't remember what race it was. Oh goodness me, my memory is going. Out of the Parabolica. All the guys that we've also got Troy who's through, and Keza's through as well. Chappers is dropping down the order. Chappers struggling there somewhere. He's lost a lot of time then. Back at the front here, look at the Harveston then on the rear wings, and Percy has set the fast on the race, and down in 14th position is Lucas Percy. Got past Cooper, now up into 13th then for Lucas Percy then. And so I think that there's some grief that happened down into turn 1, unfortunately, and I'm assuming this for Lucas Percy, unless they had issues in the pit stop then. So Menace leads by 2.8 seconds at the moment then. Sam Swift is 2nd at the moment. Samson is third at the moment, I should say. Then Kaz Van Von leads the race, then, but he has lost a half a second then so far to Van Von and Keane in the pits. Sadly for Keane, then it's not been I think this is his first gold race potentially. Well, he says change the nose cone and he's back out on circuit now. The Menace now in Menace is actually gaining hand over fist, and he's found a second on this lap alone to Van Von. So when is Van Von going to come in the pits then? He's in the pits this lap then. So the race leader has come into the pits then. Champion's got a 3-second penalty. I'm surprised of how low the penalties are so far. And then Kez has got one as well. That's unfortunate. Into the pits out of the race leader then. This 10-second penalty. I forgot about this. This is a horror show for Kaz Van Von. And he's just waiting at this. Feels like an eternity. It doesn't feel like 10 seconds. It is boxed out at the fast lap of the race there. He's going to come on the pits. I think he's going to be out behind Coop. I think he's going to be out down in 14th, maybe even 15th position there for Van Von. But he is on the medium tires and he now needs to make him work then as he comes out of the pits now. As Equals just blasts past. There is Equals through as well. So Van Von is out in 15th position there. That 10-second penalty is absolutely ruined this race, sadly. Of course, deemed to be overtaken under yellow flags, wasn't it? Under the VSC, sadly for Van Von, which I was questioning, to be honest there. But anyway, you can't. Sometimes you can't question the stewards, can you? Certainly not in this today. Anyway. So we've got a couple of drivers with penalties so far. We've got Percy Chappers and Equels and Keza, all 3-second penalties so far then, sadly. And I've got to say, the penalty, as I was mentioning earlier on, the penalty situation has been pretty impressive stuff indeed there. Morris driving superbly well, isn't he, Morris is. And at the moment they're really absolutely on song in that RB, flying at this moment in time. And of course, with Morris being so quick, he's also dragging along Immortal, Nick Candice. Great result so far for Nick Candice, but we're just over half distance now in this race with Brabant, Boxtown, Troy up into 8th position there. 9th is Keza, 10th is Legend of Bone. That is the top 10. Percy trying to recover down in 11th. He was the pole sitter, he was the leader in this race. Well, Mumford's back in the session now, but sadly for Mumford, he is 25 seconds adrift. Percy's through past Legend. Legend dropping down into 12th position, unfortunately, as we go down into turn 1. That Williams and Chappers are steaming in there. I thought he was going to go into the back of the RB, but all fine and dandy there. The gap is 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds there between the two Ferraris. Not much to write home at the moment for the Trofosi, but I think they'd be quite happy to see Troy up there. They'd be very happy to see Boxtal up there as well. But sadly for the Ferrari team, no, there is no. Of course, for the Ferrari team, of course, there is no constructors' points for Boxtal. Suddenly, Coop didn't get the memo then. Another Perez B performance, says Carter. Oh, goodness me. Sadly for Kessler, being compared to Sergio Perez, and that's harsh. I haven't said that though. Is it Perez or is it the car? Because I'll say the debate for another day. Then it might be the car, as Nick Candice has also had troubles as well this season. As both Red Bulls, not had much to write about, albeit Kez did get a great podium last time out in Zandvoort and got a second position in Belgium the week before then. So Keza was riding high in that Red Bull, but sadly now it's just come a cropper. And look at this, and it's Morris has dropped right off the back of Samson. Samson is absolutely launched up there. I wonder if Morris has made a mistake somewhere. Mortal back up in the third position now. Van Von has set the fast up race. So Troy has lost 2 positions then on the back straight then, or the finish straight I should say. Has lost out to Keza and Percy. Percy now to 8th position. Back at the front here then. Brabant into a superb 6th position there. Of course, the former silver world champion there. Keeping tabs on Nick Candice, Morris, Walter, Samson, and Samson the Menace who's leading this race as it stands at the moment as they go over the curves and do not go too wide there. Then just 10 laps to go in this one. So 10 laps to go in this one. So Menace Max is currently leading this Grand Prix, doing an absolutely fine job indeed at Menace, as said, who's currently as it stands, let me get my old calculator out if I can. Oh goodness me, this is going to go really bad, isn't it, live on air? But as it stands at this moment in time, Sam Swift will not be world champion then. Of course, actually the gap would have shrunken there. So as it stands at the moment, the championship, as it stands then, Sam Swift Ninja will not be world champion then. So we'll have to put the t-shirts away for the moment, and we'll also, of course, in the celebrations maybe on ice then. As it stands, of course, I think that if Sam Swift was champion today, it would have had to gone a bit wrong for Immortal and Menace. Morris is down into 5th position now. Morris is dropping, unfortunately, has dropped 2 positions in the last lap or 2. As now got Brabbit, who's also getting very interested in the back of Morris there. In the back here, then, of course, as it stands, a bit status quo in this race. Kaz is trying to get up to the gap of this gaggle of cars and trying to get some points out. The only good thing is, for Kaz is that. Oh God, Sean, don't do maths then. Rabbit, Rabbit has got some pace tonight. He certainly has then. Luckily, I've got a spreadsheet in front of me tonight then, so I am going to just keep an eye on it as we go then. But as it stands there, the championship is going to go on to the mystery race in a week's time then. And that is not ideal from Sam Swift and Sam Swift, because the next 2 races are actually mystery races then. In the next 2 weeks, round 13 and 14 there. So Sam Swift would probably have liked to have wrapped it up here in Italy without that conundrum going on then. Knowlesy down in 19th position. Hats off for Knowlesy for continuing then, but this is a horror show 150th Grand Prix start tonight for Alexander. Going to be very disappointed, but Cooper's got a 3-second penalty. Back on board, and look at that. Menace has been reeled in now. There he is. Menace has been reeled in with just 8 laps to go in this one, and they come across the line, and now Sam Swift is in DRS, and here he is, and he's like a freight train as he absolutely flies past. Talking of a freight train, Brabham's up in the 5th position, getting past Morris and moving himself up into 6th position there. Again, lack of incidents in the gold races this season, or lack of safety cars, I should say. It's been pretty impressive stuff indeed, hasn't it? Back on board with Sam Swift then, and you can see he's hunted down Menace, and Menace has been on these laps 2 laps longer. So is that going to be a turning factor? Is that going to be a crucial point in this race? It certainly is at the moment, but look at that, the top 6 there very much in view. Going into the short straight out of the Dali Rogers chicane into the first of the 2 lanes. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars there very much in view. And now here comes Sam Swift, and he takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix, gets past the Menace Max there, and warning as Nick Hannish got a 3-second penalty. That's going to be painful. He's going to drop him back down to the back of this crocodile here. As Menace has dropped down then, but Menace will have DRS on the start-finish straight. And now this is where it's going to become a bit of a thinking man's game in this race, because now they're going to have to decide that which is best, and to be in front or is it going to be to follow, because I think it's very difficult to get out of DRS on this race set. On board now with Immortal then. Menace is struggling though. I think the Menace lost a lot of time there. And now then, look at this, as they're all gaining on Sam Swift. Then Sam Swift is going to have to be looking over his shoulder. Menace is repelled the attack then for Immortal. And Sam Swift has kept the position just above them. But the more they fight, the more they box down. There he is, the Ferrari in the background, is going to be happier about that. Percy is flying out there at the moment. I think that Percy has the fast lap of the race, hasn't he, so far? So I don't know what happened to Percy, as Nick Candish there, hoping to get on the podium here, but sadly he does have that 3-second penalty, which is going to be crucial. Look at the top 3 in the championship, the top 3 in this Grand Prix as well. My goodness me! And of course, they have all the top 3 have been pretty impressive indeed. I would say that all the top 5 or 6 really have as well, haven't they? But they've all, it's been like the 2010 championship. The only difference is, or 2011 actually, probably be a bit more precise. And of course, Sebastian Vettel absolutely incredible out front. Oh no! And Kez is off the circuit. It's a safety car. Goodness me! And what I was saying about the lack of safety cars, well, there you go. Isn't it? Commentators curse as always. But Keza, who's having a nightmare race, and he lost the end plate on the opening pit stop. Now he's going to have to get the whole of the front wing changed there for the Red Bull driver. And goodness me, certainly not ideal there for Keza. What are the drivers going to do then? Sam Swift in the pits, Menace in the pits, Immortal in the pits, Nick Candish in the pits, Brabbit in the pits. Hopefully you don't get any 3-second penalties. What's Percy? Percy's in the pits as well, as Troy has stayed out then. So Troy has stayed out because he knows that Legend's got, oh no, Legend's got a 10-second penalty. He won't be able to get that sorted. Keza is furious, I think. He's, I'm not sure if there's more damage done to the Red Bull, but he is absolutely apoplectic with this one. And he has parked the car. He's got out of the car. He is finished. He is done then. And yes, I think that, and this is going to help Mumford, Knowlesy, and Keane get themselves back in this race as well. Two drivers that have not pitted is Van Von, who's done 6 laps on the medium tyres, and Troy, who's done 10 laps on the hard compound tyres. Percy went straight on at turn 1. You forgot already, says Sirius Busher. I've got short-term memory loss, Busher. I'm 35 now, my good sir. Softs, says Sirius Busher. However, a lot of drivers have gone against the grain here because they have actually gone medium tyres. And I'm surprised by that because I thought it would have been soft tyres as well. I'm only surprised by that because Mushroom said it was soft tyres. Into the pits there comes Mumford then. 2 retirements in this one. Kez out the race, Cam out the race as well. 2 drivers then have had I must say, well, Cam's had probably a much more difficult season than what Kez has, and of course Kez had 2 podiums in the last 2 races, but sadly has crashed back down to earth tonight. But unfortunately. But unfortunately for Keza then, it's been such an up and down season today, of course, from famine to feast there for Keza. Penalty situation, Legend, that's a 3-second penalty. That is all but doomed himself for points there. But unless he comes in the pits, gets another set of, I wonder if Legend will come in the pits, get another set of soft tyres on the go, and then serve that 10-second penalty now then. So then later on he does need to do it again then. Not much difference apart from where, says Sirius Motion then. So if that is the case then surely the drivers will probably want to go onto the medium tyres. But I know a lot of drivers said lower down the order. Locking up, say, the Parabolica. So I'm wondering if it was like the Haas car that already went to the back there potentially. So the top 2 have not come in the pits. And Legends has stayed out then. I thought Legends might come in the pits and serve that 10-second penalty potentially then. As just watching Knowlesy, Keane, and Mumford there, just trying to catch up to the back of the Crocodile. Then lap 21 out of 20. Well, lap 22, sorry, out of 27 here. Bert Mylander has made an appearance in this Italian Grand Prix. This is going to get very interesting indeed then for the. What is one now? What a waste of my night, says Keza. Keza is absolutely furious of that, and then I've got to say it is very frustrating indeed, isn't it? Very frustrating indeed, and so be interested to know what happened to Keza as a Knowlesy in the pits. Of course, he's made a lot of pit stops in his career, and that's enough one. He's gone fine and dandy. Mumford back in the pits again then to control another set of soft tyres. The question is, how long is the safety car going to be out? I reckon it's going to be out another lap at least then, so we could get going at the end of lap 23. Into the pits comes Mumford now. Changing those tyres, going on to the soft tyres there. Morris, Mortal, Samsford, and Brabant for driver of the day. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen, or hang your horses, or hold your horses, because with the safety car, I think it's going to be very much all changes. There's going to be all change then in the order, I feel, at this one. A lot of softs, a lot of medium tyres out there as well, a lot of penalties there. Troy might have done a massive master stroke here if he can block them all. Absolutely, because Troy, another man who's got a lot of races underneath him. However, the only downside by that is there's a lot of DRS, isn't there? A lot of DRS then on this circuit. Well, there's 2 DRS around here, and it's probably one of the more easier tracks to overtake, I would say. Good evening to you, Rocket Lee. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday then. I must admit, I have, because I've had a bit of chicken then, which is good stuff indeed, isn't it? Really have indeed. But sadly for Sundays, it's Monday. And I think this is the first Monday I'm working actually in a very long time. And more depressingly enough, I generally thought it was a bank holiday tomorrow. So yeah, I've had to quickly get me work clothes in the wash and throw in those aerial pods as well. So yeah, that was a bit of a panic. And why was I thinking it was a bank holiday tomorrow? Because for some reason in my work calendar, everyone's been booking things in for Tuesday and not Monday. So I just thought that we had Monday off, but unfortunately that's not the case. Unfortunately, hey Sean, I'm doing well. That's great to hear. Rocket Lee. Fantastic stuff. It's into the pits. Mumford is into the pits again then. So Mumford wants brand new spanking soft tyres, doesn't he? But I think we're going to be going at the end of this lap then. So that means that we'll have lap 24, 25, 26, and 27. Then 4 laps to go in this one. Cannot wait for this one. This is going to be very good indeed. And I found a spot on the end of my note. Oh, Mumford's gone medium. So interesting. I'm wondering if Mumford has been out there pounding around on those soft soft tyres and has realised that the soft tyres are not going to get to the end. We've only got 4 laps to go now, but Mumford has changed his mind because I'm sure. Well, then again, he's used a lot of soft tyres, hasn't he? I reckon that he probably didn't have many soft tyres left there, didn't he? He probably had no new soft tyres left actually, and he's gone to mediums potentially. So maybe, but Mumford, I wonder if he used too much wear potentially on his outlet on these laps and coming up to the back of the safety car. And I found a spot on the end of my nose, which is really annoying. So Mumford's not going to like that because safety cars in the end of this lap there. Troy leads. Second position is Van Von. Both drivers are not pitted at the top. Keane has not pitted either on the hard tyres. I'm surprised by that. I thought Keane would have gone for soft tyres there. However, that's not the case there for Keane. Knowlesy has gone new softs. And Mumford is swapped from the softs to the hard tyres. There's Bert Mylander. He is now going away. And Mumford, I don't think he's going to get to the end of this crocodile, you know. Well, he's going to have to absolutely go full beans. So we might see Mumford at the top of the picture then, as we have got 18 runners left out of the 20 that started. We'll see Mumford. There he is. There he is, but unfortunately I think he's going to be too far back. However, his tyres will be up and running. On board with the Ferrari. When is Troy going to go? When is he going to go? When is he going to drop the hammer then? And here we go then. Here it is at the final stage of the Italian Grand Prix. It's go, go, go. And across the line they come again. And here's Sam Swift, and he's already on the case of Van Von then. As he go into turn 1 then. And look at this, and Van Von is parted in the front there. But Sam Swift is going for it. He's having a look there, and Van Von defends there. As now we got Brabham and Morris are also finding a way as well. Brabham and Morris are going side by side, wheel to wheel, into Kerwin Grande, and Brabham there is, of course, will have the softer tyre. He's got more grippier tyres, and he is through. And up into 6th position there. And in the moment, Troy has defended superbly well. And coming out of the first chicane, but look at this, and Samson Ninja all over the gearbox is going for it. No, he's not in the first last one. And Samson Ninja does have the grip, he has the tyres, he has the performance. Oh my word, contact between the two cars, but who's the minutest of contact. And now Van Von then has been forced wide, and now here comes a Mortal, here comes Menace. My goodness me, it's 3 abreast going down into the Ascari chicane, and they've made it through. It's all fine and dandy. My goodness gracious me, that's incredible racing, fantastic racing there. And now Troy is the next victim, and here and Troy there is really launching there, isn't he? But look at this, Immortal's going for it to the parabolica. Whoa, how much speed did they take that? That's incredible. And now Sam Swift Ninja there is going to have to get his defensive outburst out there across the line, and DRS has now been enabled. Free to go in this one. And I think Troy there is no DRS there as we go down into turn 1. Troy's point on the middle there, and Sam Swift is going to take it on the outside there. Immortals up the inside then, and they're fighting. Yellow flag. Nick Candice is off the circuit. In the background there, what's happening to Nick Candice? He's dropped all the way down the order. Immortals through it up into 2nd position, and he's got back past that. Troy is still the mobile chicane at the moment. No disrespect to Troy. Menace is up in 2nd as well. Sam Swift has dropped down to 4th position here. My goodness, Troy is scampered across the chicane there. He's made a mistake, and now Van Von is also trying to get through as well. On the inside is a Menace and a Morton, and they're fighting here. Wow, incredible stuff. And Sam Swift there has dropped down into 4th position on there. Out of the second, let's play. Box Stars lost out to Legends there. As Legends there, of course, got a 10-second penalty, but I think he got that. No, I'm not sure if he did actually. And going up into the Ascari chicane as well. And a Menace on the outside there. Oh, he's been forced wide. He's still got. He's somehow come through Ascari. Incredible stuff. Knowles has got a 3-second penalty. Suddenly, Brown's up in 5th position there. There is Brown. He's trying to fend off Morrison. And look at that, there's 3 abreast, and there's a Haas almost off the circle. Is Percy. Wow, incredible stuff indeed. And Percy there is still on the inside. And those soft tyres of Brabham and are helping him out, but goodness gracious me. As I'm coming across the line again, can Immortal out the slipstream on lap 26. He takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. Menace is through as well. And now Samson is all through. Immortal leads. And look at that, they're straight off. There's a contact. Troy's off the circuit. He's been nerfed off there. And some Brabham now, and who's that? Oh, that's Percy off the circuit. Percy is off the circuit. Percy out of the Grand Prix. Morrison, Percy, I think it come together potentially. And Mortal leads. Menace 2nd. Samson in 3rd position there. Brabham in superb 4th position there. Legend in 5th position. I'm not sure if he. Let's take a look at the penalties. Yeah. Oh, Legend still got 10-second penalty. Goodness me. That is such a shame that Boxer might elevate himself at the order, and Coop, another big score for Coop as well potentially. He's getting himself well out out of that relegation zone now as Morris right down in the back of the field there, and Percy out of the Grand Prix sadly, and that is Lucas Percy's fourth retirement of this season. Then Morris has got a 3-second penalty. Menace and Immortal then. Menace wants his second Grand Prix win. Immortal wants his fifth Grand Prix win, if I'm not very much mistaken. Then going into the power Bolliker for the 26 out of 27 now. He's having a sniff, nothing more than that. Then Brabbit is also on the cusp as well. Can Brabbit sneak a podium here as the top three of the World Championship, also the top three in this Grand Prix as well? Lab 27 out of 27, and DRS then for Sam Swift, DRS then for Menace Max as well. Here they go then. Immortal's going to get the fence, but Menace Max takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix, and here comes Sam Swift into turn one. Menace leads, locking up the inside tyre there, and look at that, then it's Immortal is encouraging them to get on with it. As look at that, then we've also got a Williams out, and Chapman's trying to go on the inside of the Ferrari, as Chapman's box out just about recovers, and Chapman's there has also got a 3-second penalty, but luckily for Chapman's behind them, there's also, Coombs got a 3-second penalty as well. That's going to be crucial, sadly, as now going into the Dalia Roger chicane, as at the moment there, there's debris off someone there, as Lucas Percy is furious. Oh no, it's the Candice and Cooper. Oh goodness me, that is very that is clumsy, unfortunately, between the two drivers there. Coop out of the Grand Prix as well then. Samson Ninja! He's got the DRS! He's going for it! He's going for it in the Scar chicane! He takes the... No! He doesn't! Menace Max wants his second Grand Prix win of his career! Menace Max is trying to get it. Now here comes Immortal, and Immortal is thrown up into second position and gets past the world champion! Wow, incredible stuff. Out of the final turn, then Menace Max is about to win his second Grand Prix. Has he got enough oomph on that battery as he come up to the lines on a slipstream? But Menace Max wins his second Grand Prix win of his career. He wins the Italian Grand Prix. Oh, incredible stuff indeed. Absolutely incredible. Troy finishes fifth there with that really good strategy call there. And my word, what an end to that race that was. Oh, gosh, incredible. Troy gets driver of the day there. Incredible stuff indeed. So, oh gosh, ow. Poor finish, desperate driving, says Farfair. Was good till the end, and honest to God, where am I meant to go? Honest to God, where am I meant to go? Says Lucas Percy. Of course, people are just so desperate, it's ridiculous. No one can drive side by side anymore. Wow, what a standard goal to set in, says there's Russia. Brabbit, 50% driver of the day. Immortal, 37, 12% for Sam Swift. Brabbit with driver of the day. So good stuff indeed there for Brabbit. And but Menace Max there, his second Grand Prix win of his career. And that has been a long time coming. Sam Swift Menace Max has been waiting for well over a season for that second Grand Prix win, and he has done it there. I'm hoping we get the final classification, but I've got a black screen, which isn't good. Great stuff. That's absolutely great stuff. What a game. What a game it is. Yeah. I'm hoping that someone else can see the final classification now, because that is rubbish. Disappointed. Well, as a start, yeah, Sam Swift Ninja has not won the championship today. But luckily Knowlesy is on hand here, so let's see. Let's take a look at the final classification from the Italian Grand Prix. Well, that's the bottom half anyway. Have we got a top half at the moment? I don't know. Just waiting for Knowlesy to get the top half of the classification up, and then we'll get going with the interviews. Shall we? Incredible stuff indeed. Oh, there they are. So you can see at the end then, of course, Menace Max's second Grand Prix win of his career. Fantastic indeed, with Immortal finish second. Third was Sam Swift today. Great drive from Sam Swift. Brabbit, great drive indeed in full finish there. Troy and Pippa stayed out, rolled the dice. Fantastic. Van Bon, it looked very dire, didn't it, after that 10-second penalty, but they recovered to a superb 6. Boxtown in 7th, great stuff. Mumford there was adrift all through that race and somehow has finished 8th. What an incredible drive from Mumford. Equals in 9th position as well. 2 drivers on the back row of the field, 8th and 9th. And Kian in his, I think this might be his first gold start or a second, but gets a point as well. Fantastic indeed there. 11th position was Chappers with Brooksy in 12th, Nolsey in 13th, Lee Candish in 14th position there. And and then of course in 15th position there is Legends with Morris in 16th, Coop and Percy, Keza and Cam all retired from the Italian Grand Prix. Sadly, then as I've got 2 drivers that probably wants to have a chat now, and I'm gonna do that right now as I've got to quickly get my settings sorted out, and then we'll be ready to get going, I think. And let's come to Menace then. Menace, what I'm thinking is, finally you've done it. You have become a Grand Prix winner for the 2nd time. How are you feeling?
Let's have that. Let's have that. Yeah, it was. It's been a while. But I think the longer you wait, the better it is when you get it. You know.
Does it feel like like you've won the first Grand Prix win all over again then? Because it has been almost over a season since you last won.
Yeah, I think that one was definitely more entertaining. I mean, like it's always good to win the race with strategy, like in Belgium, and I just had the pace that race. But definitely having to fight for it just makes it feel even more harder.
And at the end of that race, it looks like that you was in control there, but then unfortunately lost a lot of time then, just before that safety car come out. Was those 2 extra laps on the hard tyres, was that the reason why you lost pace then to Sam Swift Ninja and the gaggling cars behind?
I can assume so, but to be honest, Sam was really quick in that middle sector, and I was definitely struggling in the middle. But I tried my best to keep him out, because I knew he'd be able to get, DRS. You don't want to be in DRS around here. Well, you don't want anyone in DRS of you. So I tried and tried. I just couldn't do it. And then Immortal was, behind him on the fresher tires, I think. So Sam was then going even faster as well. He was a really good pace in the middle stint.
And in the end, then, of course, that late safety car came out, really threw a curveball there. 2 drivers stayed out and decided to go to the end. Then, what was you thinking? Was it just quite a straightforward go to mediums to the end of the race, or was you thinking maybe going to the softs?
I didn't have a fresh set of softs. I tried in qualifying to go for pole and see if I could just go, but I invalidated my last lap, so I knew it probably wasn't the best to not have a fresh set of softs, but the tyre wear is quite high around here, so it was always mediums from 6-7 laps out. It was never softs. And then, on the restart, just with the guys on the harder tyres, it's always going to be a bit carnage, just because the amount of grip you have, you're just braking where the mediums brake, and the hards obviously don't have as much grip, so it's just a guessing game, really. But it was fun.
And of course, Sam Swift was on the verge of being crowned 3-time world champion today. However, you and Immortal have stopped that then. Do you take any pride in that? And potentially, do you feel that you might be able to sneak in the back door? I think it's still about an 84-point swing at the moment, though, so it's still quite a long way to go. But do you take any pride in stopping Sam Swift from winning today?
I mean, any win, I take pride in winning the race for sure. And it might be a bit too far out, to be honest. We ain't got many races left in the season, but I feel like F125, if I can get on top of it, I'll definitely put more work in, and definitely come back stronger. I said that last season, but I just my will to play the game and things like that, and I've just not really wanted to as much on this second season. It's definitely shown in my consistency, but if I get the effort in on 25, and we'll see if I can take the fight fully.
But congratulations on your 2nd Grand Prix win. That was absolutely superb stuff indeed. Well done today, Menace. Brilliant job indeed. And then let's come to Sam Swift then. Sam Swift, so close yet so far, but today you potentially was robbed of a Grand Prix win rather than the actual championship. I don't think he was in position to win the championship today. But the safety car at the end there, it has been a bit of a frustration for you. But safety car again today potentially robbed you of a win.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got to get used to it now with this league, so. And this division, especially, because I mean, it's like safety cars nearly like once every freaking 2 races, so I mean, you've got to always factor that in, but I never do, which I mean, comes back to bite me in the arse every time, but I mean, it's just something you've got to deal with it. Everyone else has to deal with it, and they manage to benefit from it. I just For some reason, I just bottle it when safety car situations happen.
You say you bottle it, but I wouldn't say bottle it because I do feel that there's two cars that stayed out and potentially that stopped you from potentially darting off into the distance. Do you feel that the two cars that stayed out really cost you a lot of time then on that opening lap or two and after the safety car came in?
Well, yeah, they may have cost me a bit of time, but I mean, I didn't really have the pace anyway. I qualified, what was it, like freaking P7 or something at the start of this race. I didn't really have the pace in general, so I'm amazed around Monza anyway, with the DRS trains that I managed to get up into the fight for the lead from P7 because I thought I would have, at the start of the race, I thought I was just going to be stuck there. But yeah, I just don't think I had the pace, to be honest, to win the race anyway, even with the struggles of, well, I wouldn't really say traffic, but people doing different strategies.
But as a whole, then, of course, how do you change? Are you concerned about not wrapping up the title here? Because it's only only the first time you could potentially win it this season, so it's not all doom and gloom. But would you like to just got it off your mind, and then just got on with racing?
Well, yeah, if you can wrap the title up as early as possible, then obviously it's going to be a benefit for you because you'd have to think about what results you have to get and what's the minimum result you have to get to win the title every single race, and maybe stressing about that. But I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, I'm not going to be happy that I missed out on a win, which could have well, obviously this one could have won me the title, which is even probably more annoying. But yeah, I just go race by race, like I said at the start of the season and in the middle of the point of the season. I may as well just keep on going race by race, and then eventually the championship might come to me.
Of course, that these you stayed out for two more laps compared to Menace Max, and you was absolutely mighty in the second sector, by the sounds of it. Do you feel then that that's going to give you confidence going into the next race, even though it's a mystery race then, or can't you factor like this the tires compared to from this race to the next race?
Well, it depends what the three circuits are, but I mean, this circuit's probably got the worst tire wear on the entire game, so obviously tires are going to be a big difference around here compared to any others. And I mean, I don't know how I was so good in the middle sector. I think it was because I was on controller, to be honest. That was the reason why, maybe, I don't know, but for some reason I was quicker on there. But I mean, obviously, most of the time I'm all right on the tires. And I mean, like everyone knows, I'm better in race trim than I am in qualifying, so we'll just see how the races go.
But a very good podium today, Sam. So brilliant job indeed, and well done to Menace getting his second Grand Prix win today. What a fantastic race that was. And tomorrow night it is going to be silver, and of course the championship in silver is very much up for grabs still. The championship cannot be won tomorrow. It's Nameless who currently leads the championship, 14 points there, in front of both Delando and Flippy now, who both on 125. But Kian is 25 points further back, and Jay Hinks is currently 46 points back. Then it's a five-way fight then for the championship in silver. Then as we stop at Monza for the second time this week. Then see you tomorrow. Goodbye.